Happy Teen Thursday. It's Jen at Polk County Public Libraries, and this week we have a STEM demo that we are going to do. And this comes with a take and make kit, so you can pick that up at Columbus or Saluda Library. And inside your kit you will have some cornstarch, some glue, some borax, a spoon, and 2 cups. And then what you'll need at home is warm water and some different measuring spoons. All right, so the first thing you're going to do to make a bouncy ball is get your 4 ounces or half a cup of warm water in one of your cups. And then you're going to put a teaspoon of borax into that. Now, borax can be irritating towards your skin, so you might want to wear gloves during this or wash your hands really thoroughly afterwards. And do not ever eat or ingest the borax. Not to be good for you. All right, so we have 1 teaspoon of borax. You will measure out into your 4 ounces or half a cup of water. And you're going to stir that up really well. All right, and you have a second cup. So in that second cup, you're going to put a tablespoon of glue, which will be in your take and make bag. So you'll need a tablespoon, and make sure to wash it real well afterwards since you don't want the glue to stick to it. I filled mine over a little bit because I'm not going to scrape it out with my finger. All right. And if you want your bouncy ball to be a different color, you can add some food coloring right now. I'm just going to have the white bouncy ball that will be the color of the glue. All right. Now you're going to add half of a teaspoon of the borax and water mixture to the cup of glue. So again, make sure that's stirred up really well. Make sure there's no white powder in the bottom of the water. And then go ahead and add half a teaspoon to the glue. All right. And then we're going to add a tablespoon of cornstarch to the glue cup. And you're not going to stir it yet after you add the cornstarch. This cornstarch is going to get real messy. All right. Tablespoon of cornstarch. And we're going to wait about 10 or 15 seconds to let those ingredients just mix together before we start stirring. And hopefully this experiment goes well. I did include some extra borax, a little bit of extra everything, in case yours doesn't work perfectly. You want to see if you had a little more glue or a little more borax or a little more cornstarch. If the ball bounces better or works better, you can make this your own experiment and see how much of each ingredient makes the best bouncy ball. After about 10 or 15 seconds, you can start stirring up your mixture, which is water, borax, glue, and cornstarch. So it's going to be really, really sticky at first. And so sticky that I don't want to touch it yet. The glues included in your kit are really big glues. The cups included in your kit are really big cups. So it might be easier if you have some smaller plastic cups to use those. It's just easier for stirring. When it gets difficult to stir, you can start to use your hands. And if you think it's still a little too slimy and sticky, I would add just a little bit more of that borax water to solidify it a little more. So I'm just going to add maybe 1/4 teaspoon of that. And see, yeah, that's working a little better. So also this recipe I've given you makes a pretty small bouncy ball, so you might want to double it to make a larger one. Still a little bit sticky. Here, I'll show you guys. still pretty sticky. So I'm going to add just a tiny bit more borax, and then I'm going to start trying to work the bouncy ball with my hands. All right, I added like a little drop of the borax water mixture. All right, so it's sticking together pretty well. Like I said, borax can be irritating to your skin, so please make sure that you wash your hands after this. All right, so you're going to start to knead it, roll it, wanting it to get smooth and round. And I did actually do this experiment before I got on camera, and it worked the first time. So here's hoping it's going to work the second time, now that I'm on film. All right, you see I'm getting a little messy, so a tablecloth is also always a good idea, which is one thing that I always forget, so I always end up having to clean up my mess. All right, so you can see I have this ball here. Like I said, you could add food coloring if you want it to be more brightly colored. And you're just going to let it dry for a little while. Once you get it as smooth as you want, so the more you keep rolling it, the smoother it's going to get. And of course, when you wipe all that excess stuff off your hands that I have, and you can wash your hands, it'll be easier to roll around as well. Now, I bet mine is not going to bounce that well, but it does bounce a little bit. So like I said, this is your experiment. You can add some more of the different ingredients and do a few different trial runs and see what recipe makes your the best bouncy ball. All right, make sure to send me a photo of your bouncy balls and you will be entered into our gift card drawing at the end of the month. Hope you guys have fun.